in this throne speech. What are you anticipating? Because there's much talk about the environment being supposedly being almost a poison pill for Monsieur Dion, sort of goading him into accepting an admission that Kyoto targets will not be met and cannot be met.
Well, if the leaked text of the speech from the throne that I've been shown a few times in the last 15 minutes is what's actually in it, it looks like Mr. Harper pulled back from the idea of a poison pill. He's put forward some fairly ambiguous language. I mean, frankly, I don't believe him as far as I can throw him. I don't believe that he's going to take action on climate change. But if you're looking at the language of the speech from the throne, that's not what it says. It says we'll take action. It says we need a global agreement, which everyone knows we need a global agreement. All the opposition parties believe that global agreement is the Kyoto Protocol and the Kyoto process. He then says we can't reach our Kyoto targets by 2012. Well, I said that in a press conference yesterday. Thanks to Mr. Harper, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. He's been, in opposition, trying to stop Kyoto action as Prime Minister, sabotaging Kyoto action. So, yeah, in 2007, we're not going to meet our targets in 2008. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
So you have a pact, though, with Stéphane Dion. I mean, you're big fans one of the other, and you have a mutual sort of support pact.
Yeah.
Your advice to Monsieur Dion, you don't think he will have any difficulty supporting this? This will not be a difficult thing on which the support of the throne speech should hinge?
I don't think so. I mean, for one thing, I thought it was always bogus and Machiavellian of Mr. Harper to pretend the speech from the throne was a confidence motion of the order of a budget. We've never had a government of Canada brought down on a throne speech, and Mr. Harper voted along or abstained from Mr. Martin's throne speech and continued, didn't call an election over it. This is a bit of, well, not a bit, it's clear manipulation to try to skewer Monsieur Dion. For whatever reason, Mr. Harper seems to have not wanted to put in the kind of language that nobody could live with. And on that basis, by all means, let's get to the polls and get rid of Mr. Harper as quickly as possible and get real action on climate change. But the evidence to do that isn't in this speech from the throne.
Okay, so I guess my last question is, are you glad that this may not be something that triggers an election, or are you sad that this doesn't trigger an election?
From the point of view of the Green Party of Canada, we're ready to go to the polls whenever. We're stronger than we've ever been. We're growing in the polls. From the point of view of the country and do the voters want an election, I don't think people really do. I think the climate for an election and the appetite for an election is not quite in place. And I think that it's better to give voters an election when they want it rather than when they're tuning out and saying, oh God, not again. Because in the next election, the future of the country is at stake. We need people to be paying attention.
Okay, Elizabeth May, thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin.
Peter, that's Elizabeth May, leader of the Green Party of Canada. Back to you.